What's up, Facebook Live? Joel coming to you here from Cobbs Creek, Virginia. We made it safely and soundly down here back home. Came back to see my good buddy Chuck. Drove up from Florida. Gonna spend a couple of days together. Go out here and invest some bonding time. Checking in on with you guys here. See how everybody is doing out there in Facebook world. Out there across this great country, across this great world, wherever you are. I know we got a lot of friends down in Australia, over in the UK. I can see Kathy has her flags out here flying. Got Old Glory, the big one up there, and check out these ones down here, blowing in the wind, decorating this driveway. So I want to let you guys know that we had some great insights about how the little things eventually become the big things. So I got my softball uniform on here because softball season is starting next week. And I'm excited for all the guys out there that have been sitting on the sidelines waiting for this season to open. Waiting for us to get back to some kind of a new normalcy here. Waiting for schools and all these things to get ready to start back up here. How you doing, Harley? Good to see you this evening. Happy Thursday, everybody. So we just got back driving an 8-hour ride with the trailer over here. So we got the old U-Haul trailer all packed up with a bunch of stuff in there. Cruising down the highway all day today, Harley. Getting a bunch of mileage on that truck. And ultimately, as I was going through and looking over some of the collectibles that I had over the years and some of the memories, I saw on my mom's refrigerator, we had 2017. Hey Maria, good to see you. How are you? Thank you for that loving post. I know Maria saw that post yesterday from back in 1978. I wrote a Mother's Day letter to my mom. And how those little things, Maria, become the big things when we come into the end of our lives. So as many of you know, Mom's got stage 4 lung cancer. I'm not sure how much time she has. I'm going to guesstimate 3 to 6 months. So I wanted to invest some quality time with her while she still understands what's going on. And as Kathy was cleaning up her house on Saturday, she came across this letter that was framed in that frame. As I sat there looking at it and I read that, I was like, that's kind of the same person that I am today. So how do you go from a 12-year-old boy to a 53-year-old man and still carry those same values? So not only was it the little things meaning a lot, it was being in integrity with who you are. How many times do we try to do something just to please other people? Just to bend, just to fit in. And even in that letter, if you go back and look at that letter, it says, I can fit you in, Mom, in between my fishing and catching reptiles. So where else in our minds are we saying those things where we can fit people in instead of investing time with them? So then as I was going a little bit further around with Mom says, why don't you take this photo of us back to Virginia with you? And here's the photo from several years back, thanks to Michelle Mastriani. But check out this photo of the great Mariano Rivera, the all-time saves leader. Mom with her Yankee garb. She was a big Yankee fan. I was a Boston fan. And look at me. I even said something to the girls that my face is all bloated back when I was sedating with alcohol and trying to fit in. Because nobody got me. Don't fit in. You ain't designed to fit in. You are born to stand out. Good to see you, Aaron. How you doing, brother? So we made it safe and soundly back here on an 8-hour journey from Connecticut down here to Virginia. Now I was just looking at this picture here of Mariano Rivera, me and my mom. So Aaron, you probably won't even recognize me. If you saw me on the street with that bloated face, you would never even know that was me. Mom says, why don't you take this photo with you and keep that? So now I'm going to cherish this photo forever. And there's little things like writing that letter in 1978. I wrote her another Mother's Day letter. I forgot about the one from 78 in 2017. And I don't think my penmanship was that as good as it was there. I think that was, who was that? Donna. I think Donna mentioned about you had great penmanship. And that was Mrs. Benzo. Mrs. Benzo was an awesome teacher. So first and foremost, thank you to all the teachers for instilling those values into our bodies, into our minds, into our hearts, into our souls, because ultimately that's who you become. So as I sat there and I read that letter last night, and then all of a sudden I saw the other letter from 2017, I read that letter, Sri, good to see you. All of it started to make sense. We have to live in integrity. We have to live on purpose. Your purpose. Don't fit in. Don't try and blend in. Don't try and be liked. Be your truth. As I had a great conversation with one of our brothers today on the ride down here. Always speak your truth, because that's who you are. Don't say what you want somebody else wants you to hear. Say what's on your heart, because that is exactly who you are. And I was having a conversation with Chuck here over dinner. We were talking about being in baseball, and this guy Carl, I said, Carl Knapp? And I said, yeah, I played baseball with Carl Knapp. I think we were 14 years old, 15 years old, WRG back in the day, Coach Prescott. And he says, Joe, you're the same guy from when we were 14, 15 years old. And I said, man, I never really thought about that. I just doing me, and go out there doing the right things, operating out of who I am, not even understanding that the truth will set you free. The truth will allow you to step further into your on purpose of why you are here. So don't let anybody else tell you who you are. Don't let anybody else tell you what you're supposed to be doing. If it's in your heart, follow your heart. Follow your soul. Follow your purpose. Why are you here? To live on purpose. These mosquitoes are biting my neck. So thank you everybody for following this movement. Just had a wonderful homemade pizza for Chuck. Made a nice little burger. And we had a nice little conversation here with Kathy on the couch as Kathy's continuing to work on the Rises 1 Book 2. Going through, looking over the chapters, some powerful stories in Rises 1 Book number 2. So thank you to all the guest authors. I know it's taking a little bit more time, but hey, life gets in the way. COVID and everything else out there happens. Don't be pickled. Be refined. Absolutely, Aaron. No need for them when you can stand out and make a difference. And ultimately, that's what it is, Aaron. Make a difference. Even if it's in just your life. But go out there and make a difference. If you can make a difference in somebody else's life, do that too. If you can make a difference in 10 people's life, do that. Maybe 100, maybe 1,000 people's lives. What would it look like if you impacted 1 million people? Some of you have been called to impact 1 million people. It's up to us to live on purpose. And as we go through this journey of life, living on purpose, the little things become the big things. That is the blessing of life. Good to see you, Maureen. How you doing, sweetheart? We're working diligently on this book because we don't want it to be half-assed, because how you do anything is how you do everything. But I know this is going to be the start of something big. Our veteran homes will be right back there, assisted living veteran homes. I just went and looked at another property down the road. Worked on some properties up in Connecticut, cleared out the space up there in the garages, because I know the best is yet to come. And so do you. Keep showing up. I know we were going to rise as one. I know we're going to come back to center. And I know when you live on purpose and follow your heart, the truth will set you free. Have a blessed and fantastic Thursday evening. Keep showing up. They have not seen nothing yet. See you tomorrow. Love you guys. Peace.